Twist in Paramount's buyout talks to a massive bid for a convenience store giant highlights last week's business and finance stories. Here's a roundup of all stories from the world of business and finance that made news last week.
From another twist in Paramount's buyout talks to a huge bid for a convenience store giant, this is the week in numbers. $4.3 billion is how much one top media executive reportedly bid for Hollywood powerhouse Paramount. Edgar Bronfman Jr.'s bid is the latest twist in a sale process marked by unexpected turns. It threatens to undo a planned buyout by tech leader David Ellison and his firm Skydance Media, who reached an agreement last month to acquire Paramount. 818,000 is how many jobs the United States may have overstated it created in the year through March. That's according to the Labour Department. It puts pressure on the Federal Reserve about the health of the labour market as it gears up to cut interest rates next month. FBB Capital Partners Senior Portfolio Manager Mel Casey doesn't think that should stop the US Central Bank cutting rates.
The market seems more comfortable to focus on less on the softness or the loosening of the labor market and focusing more on the resilience of the consumer. There's some really good things to look at in terms of the consumer spending and how that's holding up. So the data all seems to support a path towards easing.
$38 billion is the valuation of Japan's Seven & I in a takeover offer. Canada's Alimentation Couche-Tard made the bid for the 7-Eleven owner. Seven & I shares surged almost a quarter on the news, but a source said talks were only at a very early stage. Up to 36.3% is the European Union's final proposed duty on Chinese-made electric vehicles entering its market. Auto giants like BYD and Geely face significant tariffs, although Tesla's duties were reduced from 20.8% to 9%. In a sign of even more tensions, China opened its own anti-subsidy probe into EU dairy imports this week. $3.74 billion is how much Walmart got for selling its entire stake in e-commerce firm JD.com. The US retailer was the biggest shareholder in the Chinese company. China's e-commerce sector has seen poor margins recently due to brutal price competition and weak consumer demand.